There are some things in the human world where criminality is seen at such a disgusting rate. If you're a criminal fighter, if you're like a super her trying to get the O to a 1 for the IO project. So now, there's some things like in this human nature scene of dishevelment, dishonor, no nobility whatsoever, no honor, no valor, no nobility, just a bunch of mannequins in a boutique that move around and have no purpose. I mean, this is holiday time in New York. They drive around in these vehicles with obnoxious lights. They go and they play daily activity in the shopping center, and then they walk around with a, device, which I'm using, to communicate with other useless pieces of flesh that have no purpose and are just causing a big problem for my one area. So now, the thing is that, I know, I was looking for answers because I knew, the only way I can explain to you, if you're brave enough and lucky enough, if you're lucky enough to know somebody who might be a 7+7, that means they prefer a homostasis style, friendly companionship relation. They don't like 7+8. Fine. So, I had one of those in my family, so I did not know what it meant, but I did have questions. I was like, well, now, did you know this? No, and I said, because the reason I'm asking is because I know I'm different. I mean, my different and your different is two types of different, but I'm thinking if I'm going to build an understanding of your generation and from grandma's generation, that maybe I could use your example and your words and then change them into my situation. Somebody suggested that's how human process works. And so it was like, okay, so now, if you're a gay male, that means my Uncle Stevie explained it to me, Stephen Charles Gunder. He explained it to me is that if you're a gay male, you wake up or you are born, and when it's time to take a wife, you don't want a wife, you want another same as you, like a friend to hang out with. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. So, right, okay, so now... And I said, and that's different? Well, right, of course, because Linda and Lou, one's a 7, one's an 8. Right, okay, so then you're just a 7 and a 7. Right, all right, so now, right, and so now why is this a problem? And he's like, well, it's not for me. And I was like, right, no, I didn't get that, but you said that sometimes they look at you or you... I don't know, you made it sound like you and I were similar in some way with this. I mean, I can't get people to believe. Did people believe you when you told them that you liked the, boyfriend, or did they not believe you? He's like, no, they believe me. I mean, they saw me out with him. I was like, right, got it. So why do you think I'm having such a problem with Linda and Lou? I mean, I keep telling them I don't belong to them. I keep telling them that I need some kind of governmental intervention to come get me, that they're not capable and they're not fit to be parents. But I haven't found a suitable replacement. So now if I have to put this in words for an official, when Judy babysits me on her records to submit, I said, what do you think, how do I prove it? Right, see, that's the thing. In this new age human, everybody wants proof of something. I'm here. That's the proof. I can describe to the average Joe or the average human, if prompted to, if they need some kind of understanding and an understatement about the universe that was built around me on my way in and what my purpose is. But it has to orient itself into what their design and function was. I don't know what area you work. You tell me that. I had one guy come to me and he's like, I own a local machinist shop. All right. So to me, from an aviation standpoint of he looked intelligent, I was like, okay. So he said it was in Long Island City. I'm like, okay. I'm like, is that like a physical location, like a warehouse that you're based out of? Just trying to build an understanding for myself. And he's like, yeah. He's like, go with that. Right, okay, so you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's hard because not many humans are forthcoming. They're just not. They want to know things. They want keys. They want answers to Advent. Yet they want to contribute nothing to my success and to my entire life and my purpose. They've just taken everything. Before I arrived and since I've been here. Now, I own what's called the answer key. I can describe it and it orients itself in my direction. It is my orientation amongst other humans and how I can decipher the meaning, the purpose, the origin of everything as it relates to my one position. That's where the rest of you are in some other state of I don't know what the hell you were built or delivered for. I don't. But you've got the wannabe, which also the W, right, is a number within itself. And then there's the mirror image, and then there's the born to energies with more complicated multidimensional theory and actuality. And then on the end of this dirty plate that I'm writing on, because I don't have anything. I also wrote this one a little earlier. And here's my ring. I wear that for placement because my nails are not done. This is the only thing I have. It's a costume piece, I suppose. I got out of a pawn shop, PAWN, and there's my logo. So the hand, right, with the ring on the wheel. So I own these answer keys that I know have become some like game show contestant, like pageantry fight. At some level, your human genetics do not own the Keymaster's set of keys. There's some things you can fake and replicate. And then there's some things that I do in my daily route, whether it be in the correct direction or in the incorrect direction, since I had the only direction that needed to be corrected. The positioning, I needed to be with my betrothed, with the other wannabe, in our special multidimensional way of writing that and cognitively understanding it, in answer key that I wrote by hand, whether it be down the wrong path or the correct, the uncut or the cut. Great, nobody cut me out of the landscape and put me to a polished position. So the answers and the keys are still my own, along with the thought process, the cognition, the intuition, and whatever else you stole and then built therefore upon. So now I don't understand where the fight is amongst others that do not look like myself or my betrothed. You cannot copy this evening and recreate it and claim what you've been using to access certain things as your own. It is only in relation to the person who created it. So there we are. So that's how this reality is working in a non-conformant manner and there's so many of these moving toxic corn vehicles, and there's no purpose for the moving, what I call mannequins, because it's like going into a boutique and then having the mannequins like come alive and tell you about their clothes. Nobody gives a shit. No, they really don't. If I want to look at the scarf, I'll look at it. If I want to go over here, again, why would I want a mannequin to come magically alive and start speaking? I wouldn't. Great. So that's what these humans that have no purpose is like for me. I'm waiting for the actual functioning humans that I was built to work with as a team to actually do their job and to come for me. So now, who do I call for that? Like, is there a department for that? Because in this disgusting version of human, I have yet to find anybody with the coming on and the tuning down of understanding, and then the total memory wipe and erasure, plus the pulling of time and space by non-conformant genetics that are not allowed to even know such a thing existed. We're here as the mechanics to fix the broken planetarium machine. I have like fun, like money people playing around with like a Hubble telescope stupids just to like, you know, find new projects in like quiet office. Why is this? While I'm sitting here waiting